Okay, we'll talk more about informations about functional interfaces. So this is be aware of it. We discussed on chapter 7, the benefits of for each with the Java 8 future, which can implement a consumer interface, right? So this is our regular approach we follow for doing the implementation pre-Java 8. Now, this one can easily replace with the lambdas. The same way consumer is a functional interface which has only one unimplemented method. Another example is you did Java Swing application. In that, I hope you know about action listener event, right? Which has only one unimplemented method, which is called action performed. So this is another example of functional interface. Oh. So now let's go for the lambda expression. If I have functional interfaces, I can easily replace with lambda expression. Just a theory knowledge, we will go over how does this lambda notation comes. It's from the mathematical term. Since 1930s, it was there in mathematics, the lambda notation. So there are different approaches, mathematical terms followed to represent the expression. I hope you all are familiar in this line. Did you know that? Function of x comma y, which means f is a function, will take two argument x comma y, and your expression looks like this, right? And also there is a mapping notation. Take the arguments. This is the mapping operator related to this expression. This is another kind of notation. And there is a search lambda notation. There is a lambda symbol here. The dot operator will divide the left and right side. So the dot will be divided into the left and right. So left side you have an argument and the right side your expression. What the lambda will do it is in Java 8, the lambda operator is hyphen and greater than symbol. And the left side you can specify arguments, right side your expression. This is the what we are going to learn how to write a lambda expression. So here is the signature. Parameters 0 or more. There is no parameter. You can simply put empty parameter. And here is your code block. We will talk about free variables later. Okay. So here is the signature. Now let's convert this into a lambda expression. Okay. So your consumer interface looks like this, right? If I want to implement the consumer interface, if I want to do it in a, you have a list of collections, some array collection, we can do list dot for each. You have to put your new consumer object, right? So new consumer object. So that implementation, you have to do it separately. Now, what we are going to do it is, if I want to do it with lambda, we can simply replace all anonymous implementation or any functional interface with this one. Okay. Left side is argument. When you look at the consumer interface, you have one unimplemented method accept, right? What the argument here is? Yes. So how many arguments here I have? Only one, right? So I can just take the argument, then your lambda operator, then your body of implementation. If I have one line, I can give like this, but if you have multiple line, you can put a braces. Print ln off. So you can do yes. So this way we can easily translate the functional interface with the lambda expression if it is a functional interface. Okay. So let's take the scenario. Some other functional interface. Look at this scenario. We have an implements some inner class, right? Class browse button listener, which implement the action listener. When I perform the action event I want to do. If I want to replace this code with lambda, how can I write it? You have some button name, right? So how can I do this in button dot add action listener, right? The method is add action listener. So inside this, I need to pass the action listener object. So what the method I have one in method is action perform. What is the argument here? EBT. So just pass argument your lambda operator. Now this scenario, I have multiple lines of code, right? So what we can provide is put the curly bracket and close this bracket, and that line will be terminate. So inside this block of code, you can do whatever actions you want. Okay, do your logic when the button pressed. So this way we can easily replace the lambda. So let's take our anonymous implementation of action listener, which is this code. How can we do this code? We have anonymous implementation here, right? Local inner class. So how can I replace with lambda? Let's show you here us how do we with lambdas. So some package has error. I don't know which package. Did you find some? Okay, it's here. Okay. Somewhere. Each line. Okay, add off way. Okay. Still, I have some error somewhere. Where is the error? Save. I did the save. Save. I did save, but I don't know where is the error. Top something import. No. Okay, let me fix that later. Let's go to lambdas. Comparator. Comparator with lambda examples. Okay, when you go to the employee info, we can easily replace this anonymous implementation, right? Look over here. We provide a local class or anonymous, whatever it is, but the comparator is a functional interface. So I can do it where I need this implementation inside the collection dot short. So directly you can do it here. Your lambda implementation collections dot short of. So look at the comparator method will take 2 arguments. So what I need to do, E1, E2, even you don't need to specify the type like this, employee E1, because it's a functional interface. It has only one unimplemented method. It will infer the signature from the interface automatically. So we no need to even specify the data type of the arguments. So E1 comma E2, then so there will be 2 brackets I need. Okay. Then you can close this collection chart to avoid any errors with your signature bracket missing. Then open the body. Whatever implementation you want to do it inside. So that's what, if you look at this code, we did an anonymous implementation collection dot start of take 2 arguments, your lambda operator. If the method is by name, I'm going to compare by name. Otherwise, compare by salary. So this is what all functional interface can easily replace with lambda. So that's what your lambda example will show you. So these are all the examples of functional interface. Okay. So that's what, these are all the mathematical notations. Your signature, we easily replace with lambda expression. Okay. So I'm going to stop from now. So these are all how to create your own functional interface and API that we will discuss tomorrow, the remaining topics. So you have a homework. I think there are 4 problems which I divided into 2 days, but you cannot do the problem 1 today. You can able to do only the problem 2. I told you, please don't upload once you've done 1 or 2 problems for that day. You have to upload complete lesson. Once 4 problems are completed, please then you upload. Don't upload day by day. Okay. So, but you can work day by day, but final submission one time all together for each lesson. So you have given a 1 class, just copy and paste this code in your IDE by creating a product class. Whatever I have covered, only you can solve the problem 2 for this lesson. Okay. Short by implementing a comparator for the price attribute and print the product list. So just we are go through the closer concept in the same way of comparator 1, comparator 2, comparator 3, as well as I show you the lambda. All these examples you're going to practice with this product class. The first exercise is sort by implementing a comparator by using price attribute. The second is sort by implementing a comparator by providing two kinds of sorting, one title, another one is print. Then implement a sort method so that only one comparator is used for the task A and B in a Java 7 way of using a closure. If the title is same, use the model as another attribute to do the sorting by using a lambda way. So I will show you these examples. Okay. For the task A and B, just you're going to follow the demo code, which comes under the comparator 2 package. Task C, you're going to compare the same like comparator 3 demo package what you have. And task D, we are going to do the closures with Java 8 package. Let me show you closures.java 8 package. So this is a lambda closures.java 8. Okay, so here we have closures.java 8. The same example, we have an employee class. Inside the employee informations. Okay, so we do with the static method as an enum type by name and by salary. The same way you're going to do with by price. So what the requirement? Title is same. Use by sorting model, another attribute. Okay. So you're going to sort if by name, you're going to sort by name, otherwise by salary. So you can check here if both the names are equal, then what do you need to do? Again, you have to compare by here model for this scenario. If both the titles are same, then do another comparison. Okay, that's what you need to do. I put the reference for each package. You can do by this way. Okay, so other things only if I explain the remaining topics, then only you can do it. Okay, so you guys can continue working on your assignments. Okay, any other questions? Let me know.